can you earning a lots of monies and in socially in the future. Because this is for broad reason one. Explain.
Okay, thank you. Are there any other skills that you learned when you were young?
Yeah.
Okay.
When my young.
Mm-hmm. Can you give me another example? Yeah, another example of a skill.
Skill.
Mm-hmm.
First, such as math. First, you must be studies atomic, and then you must be deeply learn understand this mean the mean.
Okay. All right, good. So we've been talking about a person who taught you a skill and some skills that you may have learned. I want to ask you some other questions related to this. And so we've been talking about this person that taught you a skill when you were young. And so let me ask you about schooling. And so what do you think? What is the best way to study?
Best way to study, such as English, you must be go up early, and you can you can loudly speak English and remember your memory.
Yeah. Okay. What about for other subjects? You said for English, can you do the same for other subjects to study?
Other subjects. Historic.
Okay. So what do you mean?
Another subject study.
Well, I'm asking you, what is the best way to study? And you told me the best way to study English is to get up early in the morning and start speaking English. And so I'm just I'm curious if you're going to study other subjects the same way. So what's the best way to study?
Best way to study. Another way.
Okay.
Another.
Okay. Can
another way to study.
Okay.
Another subject.
Okay.
Historic, such as historic, you can go abroad everywhere and learn to learn local people, the habits, and such as them loved foods and historic and famous buildings and ancient building.
Okay. So what is the best age for children to begin school?
Best age to children. I think the best age is 4 age.
Why do you think so?
Because the education must be from your your small age catch it.
Okay. And so what difficulties might children have their first day of school?
For first age, children for school. Mm, mm, mm. Can you repeat this question?
Sure. I'm thinking about what difficulties, maybe like what problems might children have their first day of school?
Oh, okay. Mm, maybe some people, maybe some people, maybe some people's and first day school is very nervous
Mm,
and that makes some difficulties, such as some teachers tell him.
mm,
Some teacher um, taught him some question and then don't know how to answer the question.
mm. I see.
Yes.
What about for you? Did you have any difficulties your first day of school?
My first days in schools, I I remember maybe uh very nervous and made many new friends
Mm,
and don't uh uh no no um uh no football for the new environment.
all right. Stephen, thank you very much. You had a lot to say this morning. Appreciate that.
Okay,
Take care.
okay.
Bye.
Bye.
Good morning. How are you today?
I'm fine.
Okay, good. Can you tell me your name, please?
Eileen.
All right, Eileen. Do you work or are you a student?
No,
Okay. No, you're not a worker, or no, you're not a student. Do you work or are you a student?
I not work.
Oh, okay. So are you a student?
Yes,
Oh, okay. And what are you studying?
I study in the I I don't know my school names how to talk, but my school near my home.
Okay. And so how many subjects do you have?
I have a nice subject in my
Which one is your favorite subject?
my favorite subject is physics
Why do you,
because they I like the teachers and he's so interesting and I like he talk in the class and I like his teaching's way. So I like physics.
all right. Let's talk about chatting. Do you like to chat or talk with your friends?
Chatting.
Yes. Do you like chatting with your friends?
What it means chatting?
So what do you usually talk about with your friends?
Oh, yes, I usually talk about with my friends, and we always um, go to the class together, study together, and communicate together, and talk about the study and some questions.
Do you talk the same way that you did when you were a child?
Uh, yes, if I have a good way to of study, I will chat with my friends
All right.
and we will study together.
All right, thank you. In this next part, I'm going to give you a topic, and I'd like you to talk about it for 1 to 2 minutes. Before you talk, you'll have 1 minute to think about what you're going to say, and you can make some notes if you wish. Do you understand?
Yes.
All right. Can you see the topic?
Yes.
All right, I'll give you 1 minute to prepare. Okay, Eileen, remember you have 1 to 2 minutes for this, so don't worry if I stop you. I'll tell you when the time is up. Can you start speaking now, please?
Yes. I want to talk about my my I want to talk about my precious precious holiday in when I was young. In the holidays, I always I always went to the gardens with my best friends to play. And one day, I saw a little dog in my gardens, and I want to have a dog, but my parents don't let me have a dog in my home, so I'm very um, in, excited when I saw the dog, and I play with the little dog, and it always follow me.
All right, thank you. Do you have a lot of childhood memories?
Yes.
All right, good. We've been talking about a childhood memory that you had, and I want to ask you some other questions related to this. And so let me ask you this. What kind of memories are more pleasant for people?
Maybe it's the happy memories.
Okay. What do you mean by that? Happy memories.
Sometimes maybe you play with your friends or do some interesting things, or in the school with the teachers.
So are pleasant memories linked to or connected to anything special in people's lives?
Yes.
All
They
right.
will have things in your life.
Can you tell me how? So how can special memories be connected to someone's life?
You example, you study in the school and you can't go home, but in the afternoon you saw a beautiful sky and you will feel happy.
Okay. Does the way that we think about our memories, such as things at school, does that change when we grow older? So I guess what I'm thinking is, does our memory change as we get older?
I don't understand the questions.
Okay. So what I'm thinking about is the way that we remember things, our memories. When we get older, does that change? Does it change the way that we remember? Does it change our memory when we get older?
You can write a dictionary.
What do you mean by that? You can write a dictionary.
If I want to remember a things, I will write down in the books.
Oh, I see. So you're saying if we write it down, that's a way to remember when we're older.
Yes.
Okay. Do you do that now? Do you write down your memories?
Yes.
I see.
now, and my book's so cute.
Okay. Thank you, Eileen.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Can you tell me your name, please?
My name is Zozo, and you can call me Kevin.
All right, Kevin. Do you work or are you a student?
I'm a student.
And how many subjects do you have?
I think 4 subjects.
And what's your favorite subject?
My favorite subject is math.
And what do you want to study in the future?
I think is IT.
Okay. Why do you want to study IT in the future?
Because I think IT is popular subject in the future.
Let's talk about staying up late. Do you sometimes go to bed late?
Pardon?
Let's talk about staying up late. Do you sometimes go to bed late?
Go to bed late. Yes, sometimes maybe 12 o'clock I go to bed
Why?
because maybe I play the game or sometimes to finish my homework.
How do you feel when you have stayed up late the night before?
I feel late and maybe do anything very slowly.
And so, what will you do to help you to get up early?
Maybe I help for my mom. I use the phone to wake up.
Okay. Let's talk about chatting. What do you usually talk about with your friends?
I think it's games.
Do you talk about the same thing that you did when you were a child?
What?
Do you talk about the same thing that you did when you were a child?
I think no.
Do you often change your opinion?
Do you change your opinion?
Yes. Do you often change your opinion?
No,
Why not?
because I like the games.
Do you talk the same way that you did when you were a child?
Maybe yes. I forgot.
Let's talk about jokes. Do you like telling jokes?
Yes, I like.
Why?
I like because it can feel me happy, and sometimes I can make a joke to use my friend happy.
Are you good at telling jokes?
I think I'm not because I prefer to listen other people tell jokes.
How often do you joke around with your friends?
I think maybe once every day I make a joke.
Have you ever watched a live comedy show?
Sorry?
Have you watched a live comedy show?
Live comedy shows. What?
Okay. In this next part, Kevin, I'm going to give you a topic, and I'd like you to talk about it for 1 to 2 minutes. Before you talk, you'll have 1 minute to think about what you're going to say, and you can make some notes if you wish. Do you understand?
Yeah.
All right. Give me a moment here to set up your topic. All right, Kevin, remember you have 1 to 2 minutes for this, so don't worry if I stop you. I'll tell you when the time is up. Can you start speaking now, please?
Okay. I will describe a child I know. He is my friend, and he live a same apartment with me, and he like listen to music and play the games with me. He is he is very friendly, and he has a short black hair, and he is very thin. And I think he is very black. I think maybe he's my best friend, and he's very friendly for anybody. And I think I played with him, I can feel happy, and sometimes I can forget some problems. So I think he's my best friend.
Do you know a lot of children?
Maybe no.
All right. We've been talking about a child you know, and I want to ask you some other questions related to this. And so let me ask you this question about the way that children play. So is there any difference between the way that children play today and in the past?
Yes, I think yes.
Okay.
Because now the children like to play phones, and many years ago they don't have phone, and they can play the maybe toy. So I think nowadays the child prefer to play phone.
I see. What about for yourself? Which one do you prefer to play?
I think it's phone
Mm.
because
Uh-huh.
because it's very popular.
Okay.
And if you don't have phone, you feel you feel your friends are very different.
Mm. So do you think that computer games or phone games are good for children?
I think no, because use computer or phone for a long time is bad for your eyes, and I think the game is to feel comfortable to play.
Mm. So you're saying that it could be bad for their eyes. How does that work? How is it bad for their eyes?
It can because I think is it use eyes late, and your eyes maybe feel uncomfortable and sometimes feel hot. Maybe I don't know.
Mm. And so how important do you think it is that young children, when they play, it allows them to get some physical exercise, like running outside? Is that important? Should children have physical exercise?
It's important
Mm.
because I can see many people are very fat. I think they should to do some sports.
And what about for you? Do you get enough exercise?
No, because I think in home I don't play game for a long time, and I usually to study, and sometimes I do some housework.
Mm. So do you think that children play outside or inside more?
I think inside more because the children and now are very lazy.
What about you?
Maybe
Do you consider yourself to be lazy?
I'm a lazy boy.
Why do you think you're a lazy boy?
Because I don't want to do anything.
Uh, so do you think that the parents are raising the children differently nowadays?
I think yes,
Okay. Tell me why you think yes.
because I think the parents and now are very different. Because such as my parents, it is very strict for me, but I think the other parents, they are very friendly, and the people, the child want to buy something and the parent want to buy,
Mm-hmm.
but like me, no, nothing to buy.
Interesting. And so, do you think that being part of the community is important for children?
What?
Do you think that being part of the community is important for children? Should children be a part of a community?
Community is what?
A community might be like the people that live around you or nearby, maybe like the community in your garden or maybe the community in your neighborhood, and sort of like the people that you live around or live with. Do you think it's important that children are part of a community?
I think yes,
All right. Well, tell me why you think yes.
because I think people can do something easy, can lost the time. I don't know.
Okay. So just tell me what you mean by lost the time.
To reduce the time to
Are you losing time now?
No.
Oh, so you're finding time now.
Yeah.
Okay. Good enough. Good job, Steven. You're getting better. Keep practicing. Thanks, buddy. See ya.